Since I was young, I wanted to become a filmmaker, but it was never, how can I say, a linear ambition or a project. But I was making films, I was producing films for others, I started a film festival as well. So I've been doing stuff all the time, but then it shaped my, let's say, career, although I hate this word, but my being a filmmaker started to shape through time, you know, and I started to discover my filmmaking style and ambition and passion as time passed by. You never know. I don't think you know. It's something in your body. I think it's guts, like knowing you're tired. You cannot learn that or understand that somebody's embarrassed, maybe you need to cool off, or in pain, maybe don't ask more questions. So it's not really being taught, or it's not about catalogs. I think you just develop the sensibility of it. I watch a lot of films. I think probably, if I want not to be assuming, I don't want to sound assuming, but I think working with other filmmakers as a producer or a co-writer or an editor, you see also how other people are processing their filmmaking, their expression as well. And you help others, so you see the process in reverse, or from the different part of the window. One times you are sitting inside your house looking outside, and one times it's in the other, you are in the other position. And this change of perspective this change of perspectives allows you to look at the process of creation from different angles and from different critical points, not the same one over and over again. And I think this informed me as a filmmaker a lot, working with others, collaborating, having different roles. And I'm working all my life, I'm working in a sphere or in an environment or in a focus where politics and art and aesthetic and philosophy and physics are together. They're not isolated. So this also changes you as a filmmaker and informs you. One thing about making films is that once they're done, it takes time until they exit your body and you exit the experience in a way. And this happens over years. It doesn't happen over months. It really takes years. And this film I was working on for 12 years, and I just finished in 2021, so it's still there. You know, it's not 100% outside me, and I'm not 100% outside of it. So it's still happening. It takes time, and I think this happens when the film is presented in different festivals, different venues, in cinema, on TV. As a filmmaker, you need this connection with the audiences. So the meaning of it only becomes after years. And this is why I'm reluctant to know, or not reluctant, I'm ignorant now what it really means to me. But it is indeed a film that I was unable not to make. I had to make. At the moment, probably it is, for me as a filmmaker, it is where I relaxed in being me as a filmmaker, not making films according to a catalog or according to an acceptance or whatever. So probably that's the major thing for me, at least for now, that it is not about how popular it is or how small or big, but it looks like me, you know, like it. Yes, this is on the road of me discovering my language and my interest and my say in the world, in a way. Probably, not only with this film. I think discovering the language happens with also frustrations, with a lot of disappointments, and this happened to me, of course, over the course of making films, not only this film. But so when you're making a film, every filmmaker is facing many challenges, political, logistical, etc. There is a lot of ethics and morale that you need to negotiate and make decisions about. You need to work with a team, you need to motivate your crew, to give them also directions and all of this. And this happened over an intensive period of time, and you are dealing with all these things. In this process, and I'm talking about so many little small details that make the difference, during this process, a lot of influence comes from the outside. Some of it is to help you discover yourself and what you're doing and the arena in which you are making the film, and some of it is to shape you, is to tame you, is to tell you how to make it more profitable or more compliant with politics or compliant with society or compliant. And as an artist, I am interested in understanding this compliancy, but also challenging it. So for me, this process was very important in Republic of Silence, that I guard the space for myself as a filmmaker. So I am not totally in compliance, but I'm also challenging and accepting the challenge, and also inviting everybody who's working with me to accept that it is a challenge. Romanian cinema and documentary film, also more so, is from what I know, what I've been exposed to, very experimental. They call it experimental people, but very unformatted, still shaping up, and has always interesting forms, interesting new angles of looking at the world. It's complex. It's not a Hollywood kind of cinema. On the contrary, it's something that has a lot of youth and new generation. Probably I have the expectation somehow that filmmakers here are more open to non-formatted films, non-conventional films. I don't know about Romanian audiences, but being in One World Film Festival, which is also a human rights film festival, I'm expecting, not that I like it, but I'm expecting discussions about politics, human rights, etc., which I very much like that they happen. I just don't like to discuss those things, you know, because I'm not a politician. It's very hard for me. In 2 years, I will answer your question, but now I'll answer differently. I think what I heard when people watched the film, one of the things that I heard from people, audiences and other filmmakers, is that it is a film about love and friendship. And I can see that. It is a film about love and friendship. And what is good life if it's not about love and good friendship? So yes, in that regard it is.